Well, let's dust off the cobwebs.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you happen to be new here. It has been a minute. If you are unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Will, and I'm a geeky bear on this fast internet, and I usually like to talk about the things that make me happy, that usually involve pop culture and movies and other sort of things within the genre. It's been a while. For those who have followed me and who have continued to support the channel, I humbly thank you so much. This video in particular is going to be my review of season 2 of One Piece. This is the Netflix live action adaptation of the well-known and extremely popular anime juggernaut at this point. This series has been going on for over 20 years, 25 years, give or take. I will correct myself in the edit with the exact date. But this is the second season of its live action outing. So if you haven't watched season 2 yet, I definitely recommend check out season 2. It is definitely up there, if not the best of the live action adaptations for anime that I've seen. In terms of video games, there's some debate with like The Last of Us and things like that. I have done a review for One Piece season 1. I unfortunately, if I'm remembering this correctly, I jammed it in to a multi-review video, so it's a little lost in the shuffle, but the TLDR of it is that I thought season 1 was pretty good. I like the chemistry of the cast, I like who they got to play the Straw Hats, and as someone who watched a portion of the anime, I kind of fell off about this time in regards to the anime experience of it. I thought they captured the spirit of the show really well, and I was very interested in what they were going to do with season 2. Season 2 for me definitely blew it out of the water in terms of the quality of the production. They definitely stepped up the budget because a lot of the special effects and the set pieces were much grander and much more vast. I thought Logtown, I'm going to butcher a lot of names and stuff, so please forgive me. I thought Logtown's design was actually really cool, and it was done super well. And I think that was one thing about season 1 that was kind of, I don't want to say lacking to a certain extent, but one thing with season 1 was that you can definitely tell they were trying to get their feet wet. No pun intended. But season 2, they definitely have found their footing, and they're starting to get deeper and deeper into the lore of One Piece with a lot more of the iconic moments and fan favorite characters making their appearances, especially Tony Chopper. Let's be real, at least for myself, I was very nervous of how they were going to portray Chopper in live action, if they were going to go full CG or if they were going to try to change it up where it was an actual person. But I think they found a wonderful balance with the character design. The character, immediately when they come on screen, I'm like, I will kill everyone for this character, and they are my child now.
But if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
That's exactly the vibe that Chopper gives on screen in the very short amount of episodes that Chopper is in for season 2. Season 2, just like season 1, is only 8 episodes. So if anything, I wish they could go 10 episodes. I understand time constraints and budgets and things like that. It's just very similar to what they do with the stuff on Disney Plus, where it's usually about 8 episodes, which a lot of times is a detriment to a certain extent, because I feel like you can get more out of stuff if you had an extra episode or two. Like there's like things sometimes might feel rushed. I'm thankful to say that season 2 did not feel rushed, at least for me. Granted, my experience with One Piece is very much I got through like 2 or 3 arcs in the anime and they kind of fell off just because I just didn't have a good place to watch it at the time, and it was just hard to keep up with going forward. The live action is definitely taking some refinements to the story, and that makes sense because Oda, who is the creator of One Piece, he is very involved in the production and the writing for the live action, so everything that they do gets his stamp of approval, and I think that's wonderful, and it's probably why the show has translated so well from animation to live action, along with the amazing cast that you have portraying these iconic characters. And I'm gonna butcher people's names, but Anaki Godoy, who plays Luffy, the amount of energy that man portrays on screen is immaculate. He truly does embody Luffy as a character, the sense of adventure, the wonder, the levels of naivete, but the kindness and caring that that character shows. Anaki portrays it super well. This season definitely gave all of the Straw Hats time to explore more of their for some of them, their backstory, with the hint of Sanji's relationship with his mother, getting more time with Zoro, and how his loss to Meathawk in season 1 is directing a lot of his character in season 2, getting 2 new swords, realizing he is not at the level he needs to be at and needs more challengers. Also with Usopp trying to discover more of his bravery. I forget the name of the island. It's the island with all the dinosaurs and the 2 giants. That was about 2 episodes or so. And like that sort of character development I really enjoyed for Usopp. Also getting the Baroque Works gang as the antagonist for this arc, seeing all the different characters. While there were a lot of them that were just kind of in and out in an episode, most of them made a pretty damn good impact in terms of like the story and the limited screen time that they actually had. This is why I say, like, if we could get 10 episodes for a lot of these series, I think you can get a chance to flesh out more characters and have more of a satisfying conclusion for some of the conflicts that happened, especially in season 2 with King Wapol. I think I said his name right, where his confrontation with the Straw Hats toward the end, it is very short and it does feel a little anticlimactic, but you couldn't sacrifice that episode that gave us Chopper his backstory with the Doctor, which gave me an emotional response I was not expecting, but goddamn, that was a gut punch of an episode. It's a very well done season 2. I think it's definitely a lot stronger than season 1. I do feel like some of the special effects for Luffy were toned down though in season 2. While the ones that we got in season 2 were great, and you can definitely tell they refined the process a lot, they didn't necessarily show off a lot of his gum powers in season 2. I don't know if that was by choice or if it was more of like a budget constraint sort of deal, because you know you got them in most of the episodes, but it felt less than season 1 in terms of how much. Maybe because season 1 you were really trying to sell the abilities and the powers and stuff like that, but season 2 definitely they like reined back how much of his effects were being done. But probably, if I had to guess, maybe making way for the plethora of other devil fruit powered beings that we got in season 2, especially with a lot of the Baroque Works antagonists within season 2. I think half of them all had some sort of ability, and a couple of them did have abilities given to them by eating various types of devil fruits. I like a lot of the new characters that we got. Smoker being a longtime antagonist, from my understanding of Luffy's, getting his debut here. I think it's Tashigi, the girl who helped Zoro pick out the swords, but also is a Marine. We got to see Garp show back up. We got a flashback with him and Goldie Roger. Spoilers, we got to see Monkey D. Dragon, which is Luffy's father. I believe it's Luffy's father. We also got to see a brief glimpse of Sabo. Again, I know of the characters, but that's the maximum amount of lore that I know of One Piece. It was just, again, it's one of the ones that I have not gone back to rewatch the series. And I'm gonna just use the live action as a proxy for the foreseeable future. But I greatly enjoyed One Piece Season 2. I was able to get through it in a couple days. Definitely a really good adaptation. They've already announced season 3. I believe it's hopefully coming sometime next year. I think they are in production for season 3. So that is very exciting because it's going to continue the current arc, but also I believe it's the Alabaster arc is going to be adapted for season 3. So they are making their way through a Library of Alexandria level of stories from the anime that they are trying to produce in live action. The way they've done the first 2 seasons, I have no doubt season 3 will probably continue the upward momentum of this series. I myself am looking forward to it. That's the word I'm trying to get out. Oh man, I feel the rust of not recording for a while, but those are just some of my thoughts of One Piece Season 2. Let me know anything that you thought about One Piece Season 2 in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate that sort of conversation. And if you are a One Piece fan, let me know if I had stumbled on any of my descriptions of the characters and what we should look forward to in Season 3 that we will hopefully get within a year or so. But thanks for checking out this video. I greatly appreciate it. This has been over a month since I've recorded and subsequently posted this video on the channel, so hopefully you enjoy this. And if you happen to enjoy this, please consider subscribing to the channel. That would be awesome and I would greatly appreciate it. If you are subscribed to the channel, thanks for sticking around. I do appreciate it. I do live stream weekly. That is something that I've continued to do. I've posted a channel update within a live stream from like a couple days ago or like a week or 2 ago. So do watch that if you want to get more of an understanding as to why it's been a minute since I've posted. But the TLDR is just life has kind of kicked my butt a little bit. I'm going through some things. Nothing super crazy, but enough where it pushes the motivation for this back a little bit, and I do apologize for that, but hopefully I will be posting more soon. So do stick around if you would please for all of that, and thanks for checking this out. You can follow me in most places at DGeekWill. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, until the next time, I will catch you later.